movie opens with an emotionally charged scene featuring the protagonist, Brinn. She is seen sitting solemnly beside her mother's grave, lost in a quiet moment of reflection with her dearly departed mother. This serene setting is soon disrupted by the faint yet unsettling sound of creepy voices, subtly introducing the underlying horror elements that will pervade the storyline. As the evening unfolds, Brinn engages in a heartfelt activity, writing a letter to her late friend Maud, a gesture that speaks volumes about her character and her way of coping with loss. The peace of the night is soon broken as strange, inexplicable noises begin to permeate the air around her house. In an eerie sequence of events, all the lights in her house suddenly turn on and then, just as abruptly, extinguish. These spine-chilling occurrences startle Brinn awake from her sleep. Venturing out of her bedroom, Brinn discovers that the electricity has failed. A sense of foreboding grows as she descends the stairs, only to find the front door of her house eerily open. Her attention is then horrifically drawn to the living room, where she encounters a bizarre extraterrestrial entity emitting unearthly sounds. The sight sends a wave of terror through her, and she instinctively starts to retreat. However, her movement is betrayed by a creaking floorboard, alerting the creature to her presence. In a frantic state, Brinn rushes back to the perceived safety of her room. Just as the alien creature opens the door, she ingeniously hides behind her bed, shaking with fear. While concealed, she witnesses the alien leap onto her bed, only to quickly dart under it, fortunately remaining unnoticed. From her hiding spot, she observes the alien as it suddenly springs off the bed and moves toward the window, letting out a piercing scream before leaping out into the night. This leaves Brinn both petrified and momentarily relieved. She wastes no time in closing the window, fortifying her room against the alien intruder. As she steps out to close the door and further secure her sanctuary, Brinn becomes acutely aware of the alien's unnerving presence on the roof. In a rush of fear and urgency, she swiftly closes the door. However, the situation escalates as the house's electrical equipment starts to malfunction wildly. Determined, Brinn methodically shuts down each malfunctioning appliance, but as she unplugs the lights, the house is plunged into darkness. This is when she hears a sinister noise coming from upstairs, heightening her sense of dread and escalating the suspenseful atmosphere of the movie. Brinn's efforts to call for assistance are abruptly crushed by a jarring, deafening noise that fills the air. In a chilling moment, Brinn spots the alien descending the staircase, and in a quick thinking move, she seeks refuge near the refrigerator, hoping to evade the looming danger. The tension escalates as Brinn hears the hopeful sound of a dial tone, indicating a fleeting chance to reach out for help. However, this glimmer of hope is quickly extinguished as the alien, with a swift and sinister movement, intercepts her attempt, snatching the phone receiver and placing it back on the hook. Confronted with the daunting reality of coming face to face with the alien, Brinn finds herself in a dire situation. In a desperate bid to escape, she attempts to flee, but the relentless alien continues its pursuit through the chaotic environment. The intensity peaks in a sudden turn of events when, in a frantic struggle, Brinn manages to grab a nearby object and, in a frenzied attempt to defend herself, inadvertently stabs the alien in the head. This unexpected attack proves to be fatal, causing the alien to die right in front of a shocked Brinn. Attempting to process the surreal and traumatic situation, Brinn decides to cover the alien's lifeless body with a bedsheet, a small act to regain some sense of control in the chaos. Her renewed effort to call 911 is met with further frustration as the phone remains non-functional. Her sense of isolation deepens as she discovers there is still no electricity in her home. Determined to find help, she heads to her car, only to find that the car's battery is also dead. With no electricity, a dead car battery, and a deep resolve, Brinn sets out on her bicycle, driven by a singular focus to reach the city and find assistance. Her urgent journey to the police station is unexpectedly interrupted when she encounters the parents of her late friend Maud. In a heart-wrenching moment before Brinn can even speak, Maud's mother, overwhelmed by grief and anger, spitefully spits in her face and departs, followed shortly by Maud's father, leaving Brinn in a state of shock and sorrow, adding emotional depth to her already traumatic experience. After a distressing encounter at the police station, she exits the building, her face awash with tears. As Brinn boards a bus to leave the city, the narrative introduces a chilling development. She observes that circular patches, similar to those that had mysteriously appeared on her lawn, are now creepily present in front of almost every house along her route. This alarming sight hints at a widespread and sinister occurrence, heightening the movie's suspense. Brinn's sense of unease grows when she becomes aware of a man seated behind her on the bus. In a sudden and terrifying twist, the man forcefully pulls her backward, revealing himself to be an alien. Caught off guard, Brinn struggles, pushing him away, only to fall in the process. Her situation escalates as another female alien on the bus joins in, attempting to capture her. Amidst this chaos, the bus driver, reacting quickly, slams on the brakes, causing the male alien to stumble and fall. Desperately seeking escape, Brinn flees. Upon returning to her town, Brinn is confronted with a horrifying scene. The townspeople stand motionless, their hands raised in a bizarre and unsettling manner, a clear indication that the aliens have taken control of their bodies. This revelation fills her with terror, as the threat of the aliens and their companions looms ever closer. Rushing back to her house in search of safety, Brinn is immediately struck by the foul odor of the dead alien's body. A slimy trail leading from the alien's mouth catches her attention, and she decides to follow it outside. But her sense of dread deepens as she realizes that the alien's companions are rapidly closing in on her position, adding to the climax of this gripping and suspenseful narrative. Brinn faces the dire situation of the alien invasion with a newfound resolve. She quickly moves through her house, meticulously ensuring that every window and door is firmly shut and locked, in an effort to fortify her sanctuary against the approaching alien threat. This scene effectively portrays her determination and resourcefulness in the face of danger. However, the sense of safety that Brinn creates is abruptly shattered. In a heart-stopping moment, the aliens manage to breach the defenses at her main door. Surprisingly, Brinn finds that their interest lies not in her, but in retrieving the body of the dead alien from her house. As they exit with the corpse, a chilling, eerie silence envelops her surroundings, creating a moment of suspenseful calm before the storm. The temporary respite ends swiftly as the aliens resume their search through her home. Fueled by a mix of fear and urgency, Brinn dashes to the basement, seeking a hiding place. In this tense hideout, her heart pounds with fear as the relentless alien invaders continue their search. Spotting a pair of scissors nearby, she grips them tightly, hoping they might offer some sort of protection. Huddled under a table, her anxiety escalates as one of the aliens discovers her presence. In a moment of terror, Brinn raises the scissors defensively, but the alien easily disarms her using its mysterious powers. The alien then snatches a photo of Brinn and her friend Maud from her hands. While the alien is briefly distracted by the photo, Brinn seizes the chance to escape from the basement. However, unbeknownst to her, a smaller alien is stealthily advancing towards her from behind and suddenly charges at her. In a frantic struggle for survival, Brinn manages to fend off the small alien by biting its hand. She locks herself in the bathroom, seeking a brief refuge. As she tries to escape through the window, the alien forcefully enters the bathroom and grabs her leg. Brinn kicks the alien and attempts to keep it at bay using a mop. However, the alien proves to be strong, breaking the mop. Undeterred, Brinn uses the broken stick to injure the alien, pushing it into a closet and finally incapacitating it with the door, showcasing her resilience and quick thinking in this climactic encounter. In the intense finale, Brinn's struggle against the alien invasion reaches a fever pitch. After her close encounter in the bathroom, she makes a daring escape by jumping out of the window. As she tries to flee, her heart skips a beat when she hears the unmistakable sound of an alien's voice. In a startling moment, a massive alien appears from behind her neighbor's house. Her attempt to escape is abruptly interrupted when she collides with the alien man from the bus. In a terrifying turn of events, he grabs her hair and drags her towards another alien who is making hand signals, a moment that heightens the sense of dread and urgency. Above them, a spaceship becomes activated by the alien's signals, adding a new level of threat to the scene. In a moment of sheer determination and survival instinct, Brinn manages to break free and delivers a powerful kick to the alien man, causing him to fall under the spaceship's light. This results in him starting to float towards the spaceship, but in a dramatic twist, the lights suddenly go out and he crashes back to the ground. As Brinn watches in disbelief, the spaceship begins to disintegrate into multiple pieces, scattering in various directions. This unexpected development adds to the chaos of the moment. Brinn sees this opportunity to run from the pursuing alien. In a fortunate turn of events, the alien gets entangled in some electric wires, allowing her a momentary respite to escape. However, as Brinn attempts to return to her house, her relief is short-lived. Something falls from above, and she realizes with horror that the alien who had been chasing her is now on the roof. The alien emits a piercing scream, signaling to other nearby aliens. The alien advances towards her but suddenly loses balance and falls, momentarily losing consciousness. This scene is filled with tension and uncertainty as the alien quickly recovers and rises to his feet. In her frantic attempt to escape, Brinn is struck from behind by the alien. She notices that the alien has become trapped inside a car, which is leaking fuel. With quick thinking, she sets the car on fire, creating a dangerous but necessary diversion. As she tries to escape, the car explodes due to the fuel leak, effectively killing the alien inside. Just when Brinn believes she is safe, the spaceship returns in a dramatic attempt to abduct her. In a nail-biting sequence, she narrowly avoids being captured and rushes back into her house, quickly locking herself in the storeroom. This moment encapsulates the relentless nature of her nightmare and her unwavering determination to survive. The tension escalates as Brinn faces her most harrowing challenges yet. The scene shifts to her hiding. As the alien enters the room and begins to investigate, its attention is momentarily captured by photos of Brinn and Maude. In a daring move, Brinn seizes this distraction to launch a surprise attack from behind. However, the alien quickly counters, forcefully throwing her aside. This sudden turn of events plunges Brinn into a state of intense fear as she finds herself immobilized. In a terrifying development, the aliens proceed to adhere Brinn to the ceiling, leaving her in a vulnerable state. As one of the aliens approaches her, the dread in the atmosphere intensifies. Then, in a horrifying twist, the alien regurgitates a parasite, which chillingly crawls out of its mouth and towards Brinn. Suddenly, an alien spaceship appears, casting a bright light upon the scene and highlighting the parasite. In a state of terror, Brinn flees, with the sky threateningly filled with multiple alien spaceships, creating an eerie and foreboding atmosphere. The climax intensifies as Brinn finds herself in the woods, where she encounters an alien that horrifyingly takes on her form. The alien attacks her. In a desperate fight for survival, Brinn musters all her strength and courage to defend herself, ultimately managing to slit the alien's throat. As Brinn makes her way to the road, the atmosphere is charged with tension. She is startled by an eerie sound and soon finds herself facing a massive alien. In a fateful turn of events, she becomes trapped in a blinding light and is abducted by the alien spaceship. Inside the spaceship, Brinn is surrounded by a group of curious aliens who cautiously approach her. They touch her, and this contact triggers a shocking revelation. In her childhood, Brinn and Maude had a heated argument, during which Brinn, in a moment of anger, accidentally caused Maude's death with a stone. Back in the spaceship, the aliens communicate among themselves and decide to send Brinn back to Earth. This decision reflects a significant shift in the narrative, suggesting a deeper understanding and empathy from the aliens towards human emotions and mistakes. A few days later, Brinn appears to have recovered and is shown to be happy. The aliens have facilitated a process of healing and forgiveness for Brinn, allowing her to come to terms with her past actions towards Maude. The movie suggests that Brinn's encounter with the aliens has brought about a change in their perception of her. Initially viewed as a threat, the aliens come to recognize a shared sense of being outsiders and develop empathy for Brinn. As a result, they release her. The movie concludes at this critical point, leaving a lasting impact and open-ended questions about the fate of Brinn and her town. Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.